Okay, so it's been a while since I made a video, but here's an interesting one for you. This is a 2012 Infiniti G37, and as you see right there, it's got a whole Christmas tree on. You can ignore the TPMS light. That's because the rims that I have on here do not have the TPMS sensor. Seatbelt light you can ignore because I'm not wearing a seatbelt. But the weird two lights are the brake light, and believe me, I have the e-brake off, and we have the traction control light on. So here's the weird thing about that brake light. It turns off. It's weird. Sometimes turns on, sometimes turns off. One of the ways I realize it turns on is oh, there it goes. Watch, it turned off. Now I'm gonna gun it a little bit, and it'll probably turn on again. Here we go, ready? And it's on. And believe it or not, watch this. Once we level out, it'll turn off. So, in this video, we are going to address that light. And hopefully, if I have time, I don't have a scanner so we can fix the, so I can see what's exactly causing the ABS, the traction control light. But at least the brake light we'll fix in this video. So stay tuned. So one small disclosure is this video might not help everybody, but this is something that you can check out before you take your car to get diagnosed. This is something that you can do yourself and hopefully save some time and money. So pop open the hood. It's already open actually, but right here on the driver's side, we have the brake fluid reservoir. Pop it open and check your brake fluid level. Let's see what we got here. If you can see that, I'm actually kind of low. Here's max, here's low. I am somewhere in between there. Now here's a quick thing. Before you go and start dumping .3 brake fluid into here, there's a reason your brake fluid reservoir is low. That is something worth checking out. In my case, I know what's causing it, so let me show you. So here we have, I don't know, brake evaluation, whatever, and vehicle inspection. Check it out. Front brakes, 4.3, 4.3, maybe okay. But here's the thing, check out the rear pads. 230 seconds, 230 seconds, 330 seconds, 330 seconds. The problem why my brake fluid level is low is because I need to replace my pads. My pads have been worn out. So you can probably stop watching the video here because honestly, this is all the research I did. In most cases, if you're accelerating hard and your brake light comes on and then it comes off, first thing to check your brake fluid level. If it's a little low, maybe you need to replace your brake pads, or just add some brake fluid if you're really lazy. But for the rest of the video, I'm just going to go through and replace the brake pads all around, not only the fronts but also the rears. Rears are high priority, but we'll just do everything all at once. So thanks for tuning in. The rest of the video will just be of me replacing the brake pads. Thank you. So because I am taking off the rotor, I need to remove the caliper. To remove the caliper, we have one bolt right here, one bolt right here. Both of them are 19 mil bolts. I'm probably gonna have to do this off camera because it's very tight in here and there's not a lot of room. So once I get that done, I'll get back to you. For the lower bolt, socket will not fit. There's no way to make the socket fit, so you have to use a wrench and then just hook it on right there. Okay, so I'm gonna get that off. off camera and we'll continue. Okay, so now that I got it removed, I should be able to just pull it off. Yeah. Okay, to be honest with you guys, these are not looking too bad. Like, honestly, there's I mean, they've got life in them. These are not that bad, to be honest. Okay guys, so I don't know, maybe you can hear the brake lathe running on the other side. But here's my findings. These pads right here, this is from the driver's side. If you look at them, they got a ton of beef left. Like, I mean, look at that. Still got the grooves. That's one of them. Here's the other one, right? Both of them got a ton of life left, like legitimately a ton of life left. Check out what I found on the passenger side. Boom. Got that little thing is. Now, somebody might say, hey, you know, you got the brakes are probably stuck on one side. Well, actually, I looked and the caliper's moving fine. But here's the thing. This is again from the passenger side. Look how old this thing looks. Here's the second one from the same side. Now look at the other side. You see a little difference? The ones on the driver's side are way newer. Passenger side is old, so it leads me to believe that somebody swapped one side and left the other side. So we're gonna give it new pads. I redid the rotor, got it redone, refinished. So we're gonna just try installing that and see if that helps. So we got one side on. Basically what I had to do, this bolt for the caliper, you can't fit it in between this, whatever, I don't know, I can't remember what's the arms called off top of my head. So basically I loosened the bottom bolt right there for the actual whole assembly. I loosened enough to pull this up. I pulled it up, I put in the bolt, and then I screwed it all down. But now I have the other side to do. I'm gonna do that side off camera because it's pretty much the same thing as this, and then we'll get to the front of the car. Okay, so these brakes have not been taken off like for forever, so we're going to put some penetrating fluid on them. Let that stuff work its magic. And using the 14, we're going to break the bolt here so we can get the caliper off. Okay, to get this guy off, we need to remove two 22mm bolts. There's one right here and one right a little bit lower. These are 22mm. If you look at these pads, this might have been the problem because these guys are dead. Okay, we got the rotor off. I purposely skipped the part of how I took it off because it's literally sketchy, and I don't want you guys to say somebody taught you something that that's basically it's not the right way to take it off. If you see those, maybe you can figure out how I used all three of those to take it off. But right back here, I'm gonna do a little preventative maintenance is the speed sensor right here. It's a 10mm bolt. Sorry, it's a really weird fit. 10mm bolt. Now we're going to just take it off real quick. And if you look, I mean, it's kind of dirty. I mean, I would say it's pretty dirty. So I'm going to just clean it off, blow some air into the hole right there, and then we'll put it back on. So brakes are done, and here's another thing. Look at this. Remember how this was super low? You see where the fluid's at? It's pretty much at max now. So that's why you don't top it off. That's why you change your brakes, and then you don't need to top it off. Because, yeah, actually I don't know why. If you're lazy, you can top it off. If you want to do it right, change your brakes, and then you won't need to top it off. But let's check out the results. Okay, so we are back in the car driving. Let's gun it and see what happens. This is after I've did the brakes. Let's make sure there's no cops though. And check it out. Speed light doesn't come on. Brake light doesn't come on. I think we fixed her. So hopefully this video helped somebody out there. If your brake light comes on when you accelerate, check your brake fluid level. And if your brake fluid level is low, check your brake pads. They might be due. Hope this helps. Thanks for watching.